Well, good day to you all. So this morning I checked my account and I noticed that I had over 100 subscribers, and that's something that I wanted to acknowledge and thank each one of you for being subscribers. I have, with rare exception, I have not solicited subscribers. Some YouTube videos end by the maker asking that you subscribe or like or share with others. I have consciously not done that. And so the fact that so many of you have now subscribed to my channel is a real compliment to me, and I just wanted to take this opportunity and thank you all for subscribing. It tells me that I'm doing something that is of value to many of you out there. So I appreciate that, and I hope that in the future to continue making content that hopefully will be of value to you. I thought I'd take the opportunity to both share this watch, which is in front of us here, and share with you my hope and intent for the coming year or so. This watch, as I'm going to put in the title, in a former life was an 18 size Elgin key wind pocket watch, which aren't much valued by collectors today, and I thought I challenged myself with the question and possibility, could I take one using all the original gears, or a lot of the original gears, and could I make one into a tourbillon? I wasn't going to show this until I had it more finished, and as you can see right here, it's still very, very rough, marked up, very coarse, but functional. And this is a project that it's one of my own projects. I don't, it's not a customer job, and it's something that I just spend a few hours a week on, just to keep the project moving forward. So what I've done here is I've taken the 18 size Elgin, and I've used the original base plate, the barrel, center wheel, third wheel, and fourth wheel pinion, and then I've taken the balance, the escape wheel, the pallets, and the fourth wheel, the wheel itself, not the pinion, from a 12 size balance, 12 size Elgin. And the challenge to myself is to see if I can make one without having to do any gear cutting. So just probably about 2 months ago, I got it up in running condition, and as I continue on, I bit by bit am finishing parts, and hopefully, I don't know how long it'll take, but hopefully eventually we'll have a finished and a much more much nicer tourbillon pocket watch. I show you this because there's a couple things in here that I'd like to eventually make into a series of videos on my YouTube channel here. That I don't know that there's any other videos out there talking about the making aspect of this. One of the things I've learned to do in the last 3 or 4 years, is to make jewels. Actually take gem material, pierce a hole through it, and make a jewel bearing out of it. The jewel bearings that you see in here right now, the one in the center, and as well as the one in the carriage, are friction fit jewels. And actually, one of the things that I'm working on right now in my few hours a week as I work on this is to make a jewel, make the jewel for this portion right here. To my knowledge, there's no one on YouTube that is showing or demonstrating how to make jewels. And in the field of restoration work, that is a skill that is periodically needed. You get an antique piece, you can't find a matching jewel, or it's an historically important piece and you don't want to put in a modern friction fit jewel to something that's over 100 years old. And so one of the options is to make a jewel, and that's something I've had to learn, and I thought it would be something that I would demonstrate as I work to jewel this watch up. I intend eventually to jewel the barrel, the center wheel, all the way up through the escapement, and fit it with jewels that I've made, with the exception of the balance jewels, balance and pallet jewels. But who knows, I may do those too. So that's one of the series that I would like to create, is a series on jewel making. And see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. The second series that I would like to do that is related to this project is making a pallet for the lever escapement. I've never had to make a pallet before, and this would be a good opportunity to do it. The escapement in this one right now, I told you I took all the parts out of the 12 size watch to put in here. And what I've done with the pallet in here is actually take two pallets, one where I just keep the pallet portion and chop off the fork portion, and the other one where I took just the fork portion and chopped off the pallets. And then I married those two things, stacked them on top of each other, and put them friction fit on an arbor, and that way I could adjust the fork to whatever angle that I needed the fork to be at in relationship to the pallet jewels. It works, as you can see, but if you were to get a little bit different view, you would see that it's just not a very good arrangement that way. And I thought this would be a good exercise to learn how to make a pallet. Like I said, I've never had to do that before, and I've got the instruction on how to do it, and I thought that would make a good series. It wouldn't be one video, but it would be a series on how to construct a pallet. So that's my hopes and intents for my channel for the coming year. Right now, this is just kind of on the side because my priorities are getting the Ageron French Fusee completed and back to the customer, as well as completing the job for the Object Design Studio that I have a few videos out there on. I might throw in a video here or there of some other things as well, but that's just kind of my hopes and my vision for the future of the channel. And if there's anything special that you would like to know, or you would like to see demonstrated, feel free to leave a comment below this video. But that's it. I just wanted to take the time and thank you all for subscribing, and give you a vision of what you can expect in the coming year. So again, thanks all for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next video.